All right, so moving on from where we stopped, we have been able to send password requests with a token. Let's just quickly work on the token generation now. What we need is a random string generated. It doesn't have to be anything with a pattern. We just need it to be random enough so that it cannot be generated by just anyone and tried. I mean, people can try to generate it, but as long as they cannot gain access to our database, then we should be fine. We should be fine. So let's try to work on that now. How do you generate random text in um, PHP? That's simple. Just Google it. How to generate random string in PHP. Okay, let's try the V3 schools if there's anything like that. Of course, there is. Um, let's try the first one and see what happens. So it's this is generating random numbers. We don't want random numbers. Uh, we want random. So it seems there is no built-in function to generate to do this. We are going to have to do it manually, which is also fine. So let's quickly do that now. Of course, we are still going to be using the random numbers. So I'm going to create a comment here and say um, generating token equals stats. So it's easy for you to locate when you, I'll move this down here. It's easy for you to locate when you check my code on GitHub. And then I'll close the comment and say code token generation. Uh, okay, so we're going to be doing all about token in here. So what do we need? We need the token to be alphabet only, not numbers. We could put numbers, but let's just do alphabet only. So let's say alphabet, and then we'll have all the alphabet available. B, C, D. I mean, I'm going to do just a few now. You can uh, I remember all the alphabet that we have. H. Okay, let's stop here for now, but you should definitely add the rest. And we can also add the uppercase version of them so that the token will be case sensitive. Of course, let's just do up to the age that we have now. I'm trying to check if I'm not making any mistake with the alphabet. G, H. Okay. All right, so we have that. What do we need to do? We need to randomly go into this alphabet and generate a token. So right now, our token is going to be an empty string, and we are going to do a for loop. We have done this already. You can look at the other video. We're going to start from 0 and say, how long do we want our token to be? We want our token to be, say we want it to be 20. That's fine. So as long as I is less than 20, well, less than 20. So right now it's probably going to be 19 now, which is also okay. So we're going to loop through 20 times to fetch something from here. But we don't want to just fetch from 0 to 1 to 2. We need to randomize the fetch, which is where this rand function comes in. The rand function only works for numbers, as you have seen here. So we need to use this rand function to fetch numbers that suit the length of our element we have here and randomly add that to the token. So what we are going to be doing is to fetch a get random number and get elements in alphabet at the index of random number and add that to the token string. I do this a lot. I comment things to understand what I'm trying to do. I have a white marker board here. I use that too. I would encourage you to do that. If you don't have I don't like using paper because it litters. So you can also use paper and pencil or something to write things out. So let's try this. Let's see what happens if I try to prove. So The rand function allows me to set the minimum and the maximum. That is all I actually need. So I'm going to take that and say index to be the minimum of 0, of course, and the maximum of course, you know what the maximum should be by now. It's going to be the total number of alphabets I have available. And I'm sure you know why we have to do that right now. So we don't go beyond this number here. Now, we need to understand something about RAND. It seems RAND is going to produce, I'm not sure it's going to produce whole numbers. Okay, I think it will. Well, this is saying use this function, produce better random numbers, and it is faster. Well, why not? Why don't we just use this then? So let's use this, and then let's see what happens if I would then add my token, add the random number I get from here to my token, and then I'll print out the value of my token just to test it and see that it actually works. I should have used echo, but it's fine. This is okay. Stop the process so I can actually test that it works. So let's come back here, refresh this, and see what we get. No, we need to go back and actually refresh, forget password, and try this. Undefined index 16 in line 51. Let's see what is line 51. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure why. I'm going to do a -1 just to try to understand. Yeah, that was the problem. That was the problem. Anyway, moving on. Okay, this looks, I don't know, it looks like it's not random enough, or maybe it's random, I'm just not appreciating it enough. So just try to add more alphabets here so you can get something that is definitely more random. I'm going to increase the length of this to, say, 26, refresh it, and I'm getting my token now, refresh it. So every time they try to do this, they get a new set of token, which is also okay. So my token value is set. I'm going to clean out all my comments using a for loop and this and all this, and my token is being generated. And then I'm saving that token in database right here. And then I'm sending the email. Let's also clean this out. And I'm sending the email and outputting the proper message. Okay, the next step will be when we get to this page, we need to check. We need to do a few checks. First, I'm going to start session. I'm not even sure I'll need session, but I'll start it anyway for now until I'm sure I don't need it. Then I'll stop using it and I'll delete it from there. Okay, so we need to check if token is set on this page. If token is not set, I should not allow them to come to this page at all. It means the person is trying to, let's see, the person is trying to visit this page without the token attached, and I should not allow that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to say if it is not set, because you've seen this before too. If token is not set, then don't allow them to use the page at all. I'm going to send them away from here. I just want to copy. I could have typed it. I will have done type. I should be done typing by now, but I just want to copy. So I'm going to copy this. And actually, this is just a waste of time. Okay, I'm checking it here. Let's paste this in here. And I'm going to say you are not authorized to view that page. I'm sending them back to, let's send them to login page. So if I don't have a token, I expect to be sent away from that page. Let's try it. Reset without the token, and I'm sent back to login page. However, I need to make this message. Actually, let me catch errors on my login page too, instead of just catching the message. I'm going to add that up here. and add error, error, error. And this should be red, obviously. Am I not catching error? I mean, this is error here. I don't need to do it twice. So why didn't that message display the error that I want to display? I'm not entirely sure why. Let me try it again. Try to, oh, I was supposed to just visit reset without the token, and I should be sent back here with that message, but not being sent there. We'll probably find out why later. You can also check it. I'm sure I'll still look at it and find out why that message is not being sent. Yeah, we'll find out. So let's add it to do. Fix session message display on login page. Okay, so that's fine. We'll come back to this. So we are checking if this is set. If it is not set, then they should be sent to our login page. Let's check now that it is set. We set with the token. I can actually get there, and it's saying, oh, I think that's why this is not properly spelled. That's fine. Right, I didn't need to do this. We've already done it in our includes page. So once I refresh, that should be fine. So I'm sure now if I try to visit this page, I should get, well, I'm still not getting it. Okay, that's fine. We'll fix it. Reset token. So this is good. We are getting to this page when we have a token. When we have a token, we are getting sent away from the page. That's what we wanted. That's what we have done. The next check we need to do is to check that the token matches the set email in our database. However, this is going to be a little problematic because our message did not come with any email. Our message did not come with any email. So what we can do is to allow them enter their email here and then just check this email they enter here with the token before the password reset is actually allowed to be done. Okay, so let's do that. It's no big deal. I'm just coming up with things as I go along. I'm going to make this editable, and this is fine. So once they enter their email, then I'll check that this email they are supplying me, the content of that email matches the token I have here. And then from there, I would allow the password reset to go through. Okay, so we'll do that in the next video.